we got a new YouTube setup. I feel weird. It's different not having this big boom mic arm thing going across the desk. I hope you guys like this setup a little bit more. I wanted to switch it up so it wasn't so obnoxious. I think some people were getting mad and angry at that, and I don't disagree with them, honestly. So we're going for now the naked desk look. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are thinking. What's going on, guys? Welcome to The Average Investor, where anyone can build wealth, even the average investor. And if you are new to this channel is all about personal finance, investing, and real estate. It has been a hot minute since I've been on the YouTube channel, probably almost a month now, maybe a couple weeks. I don't know. I don't even want to look and check because it just breaks my heart. But I took a little bit of a social media breather, not to sit around and sleep, but to really start building this wholesaling business from the ground up. I'm probably screaming into this microphone. I'm excited to be back. Now, we have some catching up that we need to attend to. If you saw my last video, which was me basically pacing back and forth in the house that I just wholesaled, we need to break that down a little bit more. Basically, in that video, I'm pacing back and forth, breaking down my wholesale deal and how I basically had it already had it signed over for a $45,000 assignment fee. And I also assigned it over to a hedge fund. So when they sent over the proof of funds, they definitely had some money in the bank, and I trusted them, and I was like, okay, these people are legit. Had them, the deposit and everything there. So I felt pretty strong about that. I'm not sure if you guys have had that feeling where something is way too good to be true, but I had that feeling going into this, and I was like, dang, for my first deal, I mean, I've heard people make hundreds of thousands of dollars, but for me, I was like, 45K off that first deal would be amazing, but I thought it was a little too bullish. Sure enough, as we are figuring out which date to close, I get a text saying we need to cancel this assignment contract. In that point in time, we had about a week before closing, so I'm sweating bullets. I'm like, dang, I thought I was about to cash out majorly, but I had no time to waste. I basically went right back onto the Facebook groups and tried to find a buyer. So for over a span of like 2 days, we had so many buyers and so many contractors come through the property, getting an idea of how much they would pay. And my ballpark was going from a $45,000 assignment fee all the way down to like a $5,000 to $7,000 assignment fee, which, guys, at the end of the day, I would not be mad making $1 off of it because I had no idea really what I was doing. I've never done a wholesale deal by myself before. So seeing how all this happened, I was like, okay, if I can get out with just a couple $100, I'll be happy. But obviously I want to shoot for the worst. Shoot for the worst. No, I would want to shoot for the best. Okay, cool. However, in the nick of time, I had a buyer who also basically does roofing for a living, and his brother does HVAC, which are the two things that this property actually needed. So for him, the rehab budget is going to be a lot less because all he has to do is pay for the materials, which gives him a competitive advantage, and it gives me a little bit more negotiation room because I know his rehab budget isn't going to be as high. So basically what happened, he came, saw the property, I signed it over to him for a $15,000 assignment fee. It was absolutely massive that he had the cash sitting in his bank account, so all he had to do was wire the title company the money, and then I would be able to close relatively quickly. And we actually went in between 2 different title companies, so I was playing a little bit of monkey in the middle, but we got everything facilitated. I did have to pay the buyer's closing fees and title insurance, which kind of hurt because he was like, look, I'm wiring over this amount of money and you got to figure out what you want to do with the other fees. Which at the end of the day, if I had a little bit more time, I would definitely try to negotiate that, but the closing date was really coming in close. So I was like, all right, fine, we'll do that. And ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please. Now this is the this is the printed out check. I had to go and deposit it into my bank, and then I asked if I could keep the original check, but they're like, no, we can only give you a printed out copy. I have a picture of the original check, so I can throw that up here, but yeah, here is the print out copy of the check. We see that we smacked a cool $12,109.83. Again, this is a learning process, so I was cool with making $100 because I didn't really know what I was doing. I had some ideas and pieces, but I've never done the entire process. So for me to come out just kind of figuring out how to do the process and then make $12,000, that is absolutely mind-blowing for me. I feel like we're so accustomed to think like, oh, I don't know if I can do something, and then while you're doing it, you're like, I'm gonna take such a hit off of this. And there's definitely, I had $100 earnest money at stake. However, just like knowing the process and knowing that I got a good deal and locked it up for a good price, I was like, okay, I know I can make money on this. It was just like, that not knowing what's gonna happen, that unknown, and not having the full confidence of doing the process before makes you think you can't make money off of it. But here I am, I'm living, breathing proof of $12,109 from a learning process. That's just the coolest thing to me about this wholesaling journey and about real estate, is we're playing with some pretty big toys here. I mean, it was a $250,000 house. That's not, you know, just a pocket change transaction for most of us. If it is for you, please don't come after me. So guys, now I'm sitting here with a little fuel in the pocket from the wholesaling thing. What am I gonna do with it? Should I go buy a Lamborghini? Maybe a Ferrari? I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I'm completely kidding. I'm taking this money and I'm going to be putting it back into the business. I've already hired 2 full-time virtual assistants. One, her name is Faye, she's amazing. Basically she cold calls all day trying to find these leads. And then the next one, his name is Kevin. He's freaking amazing. He's done wholesaling jobs and he honestly has run wholesaling businesses for like 2 to 3 years now. And he's focusing on the CRM side of things. He's texting people, then verifying these leads, and then just tossing them to me on a warm silver platter. It's been about 2 weeks since I've hired them and dialed them in, and we've gotten so many off-market leads. I think we've gotten like 15 maybe that are really legitimate, and I've sent out 3 new purchase agreements already. One of them I feel really, really good on because this guy owns a lot of different properties, so hopefully I can munch my way in and get all of them over some time. The rest of them were a little bit out of the range that they're looking for, but you never know. In addition to all of that, guys, I am planning, now that I've actually done the process and I'm sitting here holding a check that is real money, not Monopoly money, I can basically now make a entire training module, class, or course, or whatever you want to call it, completely for free. Don't you worry, I'm not charging you guys anything, on how you can wholesale, how I did my first deal, so you guys can follow through that and kind of pick what you can choose from and really just apply that to your wholesaling life. And then, you know, the more questions that we get there, I can basically dial them in on more videos. But I want to do a series basically breaking down how I did my first wholesale deal, A through Z, so you have an idea of how you can approach some of these deals. But guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. I just wanted to catch you guys up to speed, wanted to come out of the shadows of not posting on YouTube and show that we made some money on here. I don't even know if it's going to focus on here. Again, I'll put the picture, but I wanted to show you that we actually closed on a property, and I'm starting to build the wholesaling business side of things where I don't really have to be full-time getting the leads and doing all of the heavy lifting. I'm going to start delegating some of that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel if you are new. Smack that thumbs up button and leave some comments down below. If you have any questions about the wholesale journey, if you have any questions about this deal, please, I would love to hear them, and I'm more than happy to help. With that being said, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys in some future videos. Bye, guys.